right, 151 pack price is starting to get scary again. So I did notice two things. One of them is that the pack demand rose to 100 pack state. You can't see it over here, but when you add it all up, it does add to about 100 packs. There's been a lot of smaller quantities, and if you add it up, it does add to about 100 packs. It's been selling about like the low double digits, like 20, 30 packs, something like that, maybe even the teens. And you're seeing pack prices start rising again too. Like before it was getting to like 1550. You see there's 12 packs here around 1550, then it goes to 1570 to 38 packs. And then next page, this is like 1575, so you get to 1575 now a little more. Actually, this isn't even that much quantity. I get some more quantity around $16 again, and then 1630. So we're really getting to the point where we're heading closer to like $16 a pack again. So pack price is getting scary. So for 151, honestly, what I'm doing is that I'm just sort of waiting for restocks and reprints. Sometimes people will liquidate and give me some good deals, but otherwise Prismatic just makes a lot more sense. Like if I'm getting a local deal or something, I don't want to pay like $15 for 151 when I could buy Prismatic for like $8. Like, do I think 151 will double in a year in $30, or do I think Prismatic will go to $16 a year? Prismatic is probably a safer bet. I did see, because someone did offer me, I kind of saw this coincidentally, someone did offer me like some maintenance yesterday, and I looked it up. I actually saw some reprint news, so I've gotten some flack for looking at Poke Notifies reprint news, but I don't know, it's a Samsung reprint. I'll ask some people. I think I saw some videos about it, so it seems like we're gonna print more. Honestly, like even if this is real or not, I'm guessing it's real. It seems very likely to me that they'll reprint some more 51 from now to like April. That's what they did with Crown Zenith. Until rotation does happen, they usually do have some sort of big thing. I'm not saying you'll expect super print like UPCs or whatever, but some form of like pack does seem very likely. So it seems like we're getting some over here. So yeah, these are your opportunities to get 151. I don't know how much the price will drop. It'll probably be a small window, especially as we get closer. Like people will not sell as much, but there's plenty of people who need money, and so take advantage of that to get more 151. Okay, in other news, ETBs rose about $20. You see spikes with 3 sold today, 1 sold yesterday, and these have been like, these have been trying to break 415 for a while. There's actually some high price sales. You see like 450 over here, another 450 over here, so people pay some pretty high prices for these. But yeah, right now we're back at 415. Now there's a lot of people at 415. Like we were really close before. E3 demand was a lot better before, but now we're right back at 415. So we'll see how that goes. For bundles demand spiked. You see went from 20 to 41 yesterday, and people are picking up the last ones, and this is returning back to like $100, $102. Even 105 isn't too far away. I'm gonna look at the price per pack. I remember saying a while back, like the price per pack, price per pack for bundles is really good. Packs are going back to $16 a pack pretty soon. Bundles at 1633 are obvious buy. Like it's just so obvious. So people, like bundle demand hasn't really been like that low. It's been like still like the teens, sometimes 20, then you'll see spikes, but the price is kind of rising back up. So a lot of the restocks that we have is probably being depleted. For UPCs, if I took a break yesterday, 0 sold yesterday, still around $600 item. But yeah, it was selling pretty well, like 2 or 3 per day, and it took a break yesterday. For booster bundle displays, yeah, this was $100 more, and it sold a bunch the other day. You see 4 here and then 2 here. 0 sold yesterday, and yeah, it just took a little bit of a break. NSC game still has these 2 left at 1500, then it goes 600, so no one has bought those quite yet. For PCTBs, 0 sold last 2 days, and yes, no one has bought this last $900 PCTB, and it goes 950. So eventually someone will probably buy it, or there'll be a sale. I'm not really sure. For the maintenance displays, people finally bought them. You see 1 sold yesterday, 1 sold the day before. Around the 320 range. There's still plenty around. There's still 2 around 320. The price for these might also go down with if the maintenance do get reprinted. But these are about $600 packs. So the price for these are really cheap. Like these are cheaper than booster bundles. So that's why these are still pretty good buys, but no one's really been buying them. Where am I at? For Blowing Waters, it's still around like 180. So you see 3 sold yesterday, and still around 182. I have a lot of people saying they want like 180 for Blowing Waters. Like, yeah, no, like do not play. Like I don't really want like Blowing Waters for 180. Sorry, give me a better deal than that. And yeah, but it really does help out these sellers selling around 180 to keep the market price down. And then Binders sold one yesterday, but still around 140. And then Snorlax's sold yesterday, so Snorlax promo demand kind of drops. All right, Mega Evolutions is still going, and this feels like really crazy. It really is like a second release because the demand has gone up even more. 140 boxes sold. We already had the big buying spike. Like this has all happened in like 1 month, mind you. Like see all this buying slows down and buying started to pick up again. You see over here, just it was going down to the 40s for this box alone. 60, 138, 75, 87, and then like I'm counting the cases also. So like it's about 100 boxes in like that listing plus the other, and you get like 42 more boxes over here for 7 cases sold. So cases are getting really cheap. Like people are buying this dip. So this booster box down $7, this other one down $9. So you see the price are $288 and $270, and then the cases are about $276 a booster box. It's about $1660. Normally TVs go up like a few dollars. The Lucario one goes up even more, so it's like 93 versus Gardevoir is like 90. But yeah, this isn't over. Like people are buying up the mega dip, and it's probably really gonna affect other prices because a lot of people like either they know we're anticipating buying mega and like they're buying into the price point, so it's really taking people's capsule. This one there's only 3 boxes, and this returns to 276. So 276 is probably the more accurate price right now for Mega Evolutions boxes. Just such a huge like this is kind of what people expected to happen for like the box prices be like at release the first wave, and now they're just like going back there now. But this is only kind of temporary because eventually people are going to buy out the supply. And yeah, a lot of cases have a lot of bunch up around that price points. There is a jump to like the 1680s, but yeah, there's a good amount of cases at this price point. I want to see what people bought the cases for. So a lot of cases were bought at like just under 1700, usually about 1650 to 1700. And then for PCTBs, they're at 225. Been selling 4 yesterday, 4 today, and yeah, there's a jump from like 225 to like 240 over here. So that's pretty interesting. For the Gardevoir PCTB, 1 sold yesterday, 3 sold today, and these can jump to like 230 from like their 215 mark. For the normally to use Lucario, 36 sold yesterday, and they're around $93. It's kind of stable around that point. For Gardevoir, they're at $90. They sold 35 yesterday, and yeah, it's kind of stable around $90. And then booster bundles, they're around $53 or $54, and they sold about 46 yesterday. All right, the Destined Rivals case premium is evaporating, so booster boxes are hovering around like $392 right now. Demand is still all right. You see 14 sold yesterday, and a lot of the prices still go up to around $400 because I think on the next page is seller for about like $403. There's like 16 boxes, but look at the cases keep dropping, and I was looking at the price per case. You see, like, you know, they were hovering around 2600 earlier, and now they went to 2560. Now they're 2545, down another $12. This is only $424 a booster box, and if you offer this price to someone like a few weeks ago, they would have loved this price, especially for a case, which are pretty rare because a lot of people did not stock up on Destined Rivals. And yeah, if it gets lower, it's like you know, there haven't been any cases sold last couple of days. If it gets any lower than this, like people are gonna really go after it, and you definitely see all the bigger stores that are trying to offload some box to get capsule. So this opportunity is not gonna last forever. Eventually, if it drops like, let's say like 2500 or like 24 something, people are definitely gonna buy. 2400 is like 400 a box. That would be way too low. So yeah, a lot of people are probably looking. It's probably a good time to, like, if you really want a case, the bargains are kind of here or about to be here. And for other things, let's see, the PCTB sold 1 yesterday, 3 sold today, still around 350 for the most part. Trying to jump to like 355 or 365. For the ETBs have been selling pretty well. You see 17 sold yesterday. You see demand just a bit higher. There was a period where it was only selling like 5 per day. And then the booster bundles over here sold 27, that's a little lower than normal, but these are still around like 55 to 57 a bundle. Pretty good price for Destined Rivals. All right, so for Crown Zenith, GM sneakers is finally starting to go down supply. I remember there's like 20 listed, someone bought a bunch of 11 for a while, it dropped to 10, now it's down to 8. This is the main undercutter of Sea and Sky, and this is like they've been blocking the price from rising a lot of times. And finally we're starting to see things go down. When they do sell out, usually they raise the price by about like $10, so it'll probably go $220 next. But yeah, this has been around $210 for so long. I'm finally seeing some sales, and 2 sold yesterday for Sea and Sky. You're seeing demand kind of like go up a little bit recently. And then booster bundles, like I've been talking about booster bundles forever. This is like probably one of the most popular investments for Crown Zenith. Just you see 2 sold yesterday, 1 sold today. These are heading back toward 128. They went back to 125 like when I saw yesterday's video. There's only about 4 left, and we're back to about 128. Supply is starting to go down. You see 69 available. And I'm just excited to see it goes like 130, 135 soon. For loose packs sold about, let's see, 10 yesterday. Just seeing if there's any picture listings. Not really, but yeah, 10 sold yesterday. Pack price is still pretty cheap, around $14. Like the seller has a ton, and then you can get some around $14.10. For ETBs took a break yesterday. None sold. They were selling like pretty well. Like you see like 3 sold here, 3 sold here in the last couple of days, and they're still around like 230. They haven't really risen as much. A lot of the Crown Zenith prices have been pretty stagnant. You see like not as many increases. Like the bundles have been going back up, but yeah, not as much activity in Crown Zenith. So we're just kind of waiting. We're not really sure when it'll happen, but yeah, there's a lot more excitement for like 151 Prismatic, the Mega. So people have just been ignoring Crown Zenith, even though it's such a great set. And then PCTBs sold 0 yesterday, fine at the sale the other day. We'll see if more sold. It's still around 4. There's actually 1 seller left around 420. There's 3 of them, and it goes to 425 and to 437. So the PCTBs have always had a good price ladder. Alright, Paldean Fates booster bundle displays are finally getting to the point where they're becoming a real screaming buy, like where the price per pack is almost the same as booster bundle. So they're $11.29 right now, and they're down $20. It's about $19 a pack. So it's about two something more per pack. And yeah, as I said before, the base price is about $1,000. At that price point, they're pretty much the exact same price as bundles. So how much cheaper do they need to get before they sold? I say that 1050s, like a pretty safe spot of like, okay, that's where people are definitely gonna buy. But they keep dropping. One did sell yesterday for $11.50, despite not really showing the graph. But you see a bunch of people, like all these bigger sellers, they just have like extra product lying around, and they're trying to sell it off. So all of them need capital. So this buying spree that you have available, I think it'll be around forever. For PCTBs definitely go up in demand. You see 2 sold yesterday, 1 sold before, 2 sold before. There's a period where there were no PCTBs sold. You're seeing it like rise up ever since October 13th. So these are still at about $395, and then their price ladder isn't really too bad to at least hit to like 410, 420, 430. For bundles started getting more demand too. You see 9 sold yesterday, 8 sold today. Before I was only selling about 4 to 5. For normal ETBs, they sold 0 yesterday, and they're still around 280. And then loose packs sold only about 5 yesterday, and they're still around like in the $13 range now. All right, Prismatic booster bundle displays drama continues. We see all the booster bundle displays that were around $900 sold, so people did buy them. Please, if you did buy any of them, please let me know in the comments or something what happened with these sellers. I don't remember the same one or not. Right now, the good thing about it is that for more legit sellers, it has dropped the price. So if you do want it from like a more legit looking seller, and a few $100s off, usually it's just around $1,500. And you see Goat Card Shop, they seem to have a lot of sales, a lot of feedback. They're at $1,300. It's still pretty expensive a bundle. It's literally like $130 a bundle. Honestly, I'd rather just buy like loose ETBs or something at that price. You could definitely get those. But some people do want this. And then you see this collectible cards, like a little less percentage, but still $1,350. But yeah, these are technically up 425 for yesterday. You just see it was 1550, went to 925, 1550, 925, but now it's now 1350. So it's definitely had an impact on the price. So I think some people will probably swoop those up as well, just because they are good deals. I think people just saw the price drop and they kind of panicked a little bit. For PCTBs, demand is rising for PCTBs. Just you see 4 sold yesterday. I said the price has been under $400, so we are approaching a good buying opportunity. Like they could drop below 400 like the other day, and you're seeing just a bunch of sellers around 386. Like it's good because it's a good liquidation period. Like I have a lot of people, like a very common thing is that a lot of people just need capital for whatever reason. Like Phantasmal Flames is coming out pretty soon, and a lot of people need money for that, and they gotta pay their bills and whatever, so like they're liquidating what they have. So PCTBs, a lot of people probably still have them either from the first release or whatever, and so you're seeing yeah, they're at 386 now. Like they just slowly dropped from like see 403, 390, 388, 386. So this kind of keeps dropping, and you're gonna get some pretty good deals over time because everyone knows it's gonna go up. Prismatic is such a popular set. Like this is such a kind of safe ETB to have for long term. Like will it rise the most? I don't know, but it's not like Prismatic is gonna do a bad long term. It's not like the promo is bad. PCTBs, like they do go out of style. Like I don't know about the new stamped ones, but the other ones they go out of style, but they did come back in style. Like a lot of them are still high valued even from the Sword and Shield era. For PCTB cases, 0 sold yesterday, 1 sold today, so you're still seeing people buy up cases. Cases are still in the high 1600s, but they are still selling. So everyone knows, like you just see, like it's usually a lot of bigger sellers just offloading their cases, and or even some smaller sellers have like 1 or 2. So yeah, these are gonna be more rare to find over time. So some people really want to get them. It's really like compared to the booster bone display, the ATB case is way more attractive because the percentage increase is like so much less. Like bundle displays are like double the price as loose bundles, versus this is like, you know, $20 more per bundle. So it's really not as bad. For yeah, ETBs over here at 140, their demand's actually starting to rise a little bit. You see it goes to 18. It was around like 12, 14 before, and I want this to hit like stronger 140s, like 142, 145. It's always just right around 140, but people are like buying up this dip over here. For loose packs sold about 109 packs, so still like over 100 packs sold. Prismatic prices, like I said before, pack prices are still selling really well, like in the hundreds, but prices are up, so demand isn't as extreme as before. But still, like you see, like there's one star here for 850, but 875, 890 is the normal price here. There's a really big amount at 350, but honestly that's not really a lot for streamers. Especially for Prismatic, SBCs sold 2 yesterday. Demand has been generally rising, so 2 isn't as much, but it's had a 7 sold the other day. And yeah, like right now it doesn't really look like it'll drop really much below like 300 or anything, so if you want to get this, is kind of probably around the low point. For Lucario box is still just hovering strongly around 120. They're at 119, 8 sold yesterday, and yeah, a lot of people don't want to give deals on this anymore. Like the main reason people sell me this, especially locally, is because they need money. So really just take advantage of this liquidation period. Things are cheap because people need money. Once people pay out their bills for Phantasmal, you'll see deals kind of come out a little less. For Prismatic ETBs over here, or price bundles, 49 sold yesterday, and you see like they're still hovering around $60, pretty normal. For the maintenance displays, still no sales since October 13th, and the EV promos from the ETB sold 38 yesterday. Prices are around $10. Oh, they're dropping. They're at like 10 something now. All right, Phantasmal Flames might be a little overhyped, so we do see a slowdown in demand. You definitely are seeing more sales happen before. You definitely see the drop over here. You see like earlier there's something like 150, 160 every 3 days. Now you're seeing like down to 120. So and prices started to drop. It's kind of normal. We're about 3 or so weeks for pre-release. For release time, and only about 40 boxes sold, 31 here, and in case demand only about 1 sold. It's still nice that cases are selling, but you see that starts to slow down. I think a lot of it just the mega hype has gone down. Like a lot of prices have retracted, so there's a little bit of a pullback for Phantasmal. Like, you know, a lot of people go after the next set for the next biggest thing. Like obviously it doesn't look like a Spiderman for Final Fantasy. Like it looks like an okay set, but yeah, you see over here demand's going down. As far as prices go, the biggest price drop is the ETBs went down about 750 from yesterday, so they're at 145 down to 138. Honestly, still a little like too much for ETB. $15 a pack is just really expensive. Like even booster boxes are just like $9 a pack. And then I'm seeing just if I look at the other demand numbers, yeah, you see the ETB demand dropped to 11. This is after like 30 sold the previous day before. Usually it's like at least in like close to 20. And then for the bundle demand, you see it dropped to 11. There was like spikes of like 20 something. It dropped all the way down to 11. The only thing that rose in demand was the PCTB. You see 2 sold yesterday. And you know, there's always going to be people who want PCTBs to some extent. And you know, it's a beautiful looking ETB. All right, the people have chosen Journey Together is more desirable than Scarlet Base. I know there's many factors, like Journey Together is a more recent set, so not as people have opened it. But you've seen demand be pretty decent, like 4 sold yesterday, 6 sold to 6 sold the day before that for this box. And this box sold 3 yesterday. And because it has the box topper card, like, you know, you could subtract like, you know, $10 or $15, like ends up being similar price to Scarlet Base, and therefore it's more desirable even at this price points. You know, boxes can still go up to like 257 to 60. Otherwise, they clearly dropped. They've been stabilizing around like the 250s, 255s. The PCTB went down about $8, and cases went down about $6. So it's now 261 a case. So still pretty good. There's like not much of a case premium, but yeah, I don't think as many people are buying Journey Together because there's more exciting sets that people want. This listing has always had like a big jump to 270, but I think most people are selling for the 253s. Yeah, cases still haven't had any recent sales, and yeah, you see, yeah, the number of cases around like all these prices are bunched over 1568 to 1575. So people are desperate to go over the cases, and then yeah, PCTV sold 2 yesterday. The price drops. There's a cheaper sale here for 182, and it goes like 188. Some people actually pay 195 and the price drops. That's actually really weird. It doesn't usually happen. All right, Black Bull, White Flare, the demand number. So PCTBs are about 210 right now and 0 so yesterday. And the price are for this is, you know, it could go up to like 215, 220, but not as much of a rise. And then for White Flare, it's about 194 right now. Sold 2 yesterday. Yeah, it's been selling a little better recently. But the price ladder still goes up to maybe like 200 at most. For Black Bolt ETBs, they rose up to $90. 90 is a really good price for Black Bolt's ETBs. And just gonna see what kind of happened there, because they're like almost never around $90. There's still a lot of budget around $90. I don't know if they'll stay there. White Flare is still around 82, and sold about 22 yesterday, but yeah, a lot of people like I see so many sellers like all they have is White Flare because their Black Bolt's always sold out. So you can tell which set's definitely better. Black Bolt bundles are 55. They sold 9 yesterday. Yeah, they're always around 55, 57 now. Pretty good place to be. And then White Flare bundles are $51. 24 sold yesterday. They're trying to get to like 52. We'll see if that happens. All right, some wild price changes for Final Fantasy. So the cases went up about $300. So my question is, did you guys miss it? I don't know how much more this will drop in general, but it's back to about 111. You could have bought it for 7,700 for a while, even before in the previous or drop down went to like 72, 7,400. And what's kind of happened is that there wasn't any sale, but I noticed this yesterday where Thunder Collectibles, who they're the main reason my cases have gone down, their listed price kind of stayed the same around 8,000 versus I think these two sellers, they were still around 7,700. So they both raised their price, and now they're all just undercutting each other by like literally 1 penny. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if some prices go back down because everyone's undercutting, no sales. Like someone's gonna get fed up and try to undercut even more. But yeah, right now these are back up 300. No one has bought them yet, but this brings up packs up to 111 per pack. Versus collector boxes have dropped to 1162. They're about 97 packs. Still the cheapest option. Yeah, it just baffles me how much cheaper like these packs are for Final Fantasy. But you see only 3 sold yesterday, 2 sold today. The demand was starting to go up a little bit. You saw like 10 here, but we're back down to only 5 boxes per day. And there's just this one seller over here playing these three boxes at about 162. Then we go back to then this seller has 180. Then we go back to about just under 1,200. For packs, they're still around 122, and we see 4 packs sold yesterday. So yeah, we saw packs go up in price the other day, but only 1 sold. We're not seeing a lot of pack demand anymore, and it really makes way more sense to buy a mega packs if you're gonna buy it, because you get more stuff, and mega packs are cheaper. Mega packs dropped down to drop down like a dollar. Collector packs, like I guess technically they were 198. There's like 1 or 2 packs, but they've been pretty strongly around 122, at least 118. And then, but you see, Omega packs have just been dropping. And over here, no sales yesterday, but 3 sold today. Is just this is kind of this is what people have to learn eventually when they're in the collectible market or they're investing or whatever, is that even if something should be more valuable, like you get more stuff or whatever, if it's not as in demand because like people just don't know about it or they don't care, they don't want to open it, like the price will be still lower than you expect. Like I've seen it happen in Pokemon collection boxes all the time. Same thing's happening on Final Fantasy packs. There's a premium on the loose packs because most people just look up packs and they don't even know about Omega packs. And a lot of people, even at some point, even some collectors, like they're just like, hey, I don't want to like open all the extra cardboard. Like especially if you want to open a bunch of packs. Let's say like if you don't have enough money for a collector box, you're like you want to buy 3 packs. Like I don't want to open all the extra cardboard. Some people actually do that sort of thing. Depends how what you have or what your situation is. Japanese boxes sold 2 the other day. They're still around 670. So yeah, pretty sad for Japanese boxes. They actually dropped $17, so they keep going down. Play boxes are up $7. Gift bundles are also up $3. That's pretty nice. They were kind of dropping, but yeah, play boxes over here, they're around 233, sold about 18 yesterday. Playbox is still selling pretty good. You see at least like the minimum is like 7 and it goes up to like 20. For cases, they're still around 13, still 0 yesterday, and the other day there were a bunch of cases sold, but we're still seeing prices on toward the low 1300s. Gift bundles, they are about 183, and yeah, they've been selling more lately. So you see 12 sold yesterday. So these prices might rise. I had someone sell me stuff and they're anticipating Christmas stuff. So some of these things are actually good Christmas presents too, like literally gift bundles. So you might see some more sales for that as people try to stock up early. That wraps things up for this video. I hope you walked away with a better understanding of the market. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more deep dives in the Pokemon market. Tell me what's the next big investment you're considering in the comments. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you all later.